Joining us now for more on this, Outkick host and Fox News contributor Tomi Lahren. All right, Tomi, you want to see Democrats fight and fight hard? You just got to find somebody who's not a U.S. citizen. That's who they seem to be fighting hardest for, right? I mean, that seems to be the consistent denominator here.
Fighting loudest, hardest, and most annoyingly in the name of an illegal alien who has, as you mentioned, a resume that's pretty impressive, allegedly. Although by looking at that body cam footage from right here in Tennessee, it's pretty hard to rationalize how this man was just driving across our great state with all those people in his car with no luggage. That's going to be a pretty hard one. But I would also say this. When they were chanting there, Jason, oh, we are all Kilmar. Wait a second here. How insulting and condescending is that to legal immigrants who came to this country the right way? Never mind his potential criminal record and allegations of gang activity and human smuggling. This is still an illegal alien. So no, those who came to our country legally, they are not Kilmar Abrego Garcia. But the left has really tethered themselves to this guy. At first, it was all about due process. You'll remember it was not about him and his characteristics and his rap sheet. It was really more about the due process of it all. Well, they got the due process. They brought him back from El Salvador, his country of origin. They brought him back to face charges in Tennessee. Then they sent him to Maryland, and now he's facing possible deportation to Uganda because he didn't want to go to El Salvador. He feared rival gangs there, apparently. So they got their due process. Now it really is apparently just about Kilmar Abrego Garcia. They've painted themselves into a really difficult corner.
Well, fighting for him is Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen. He said in a statement he was, quote, glad to welcome him back to Maryland, and that threats to deport him are a, quote, malicious abuse of power. Come on, Tomi. You know that isn't prioritizing alleged criminals and fighting for them to remain in American communities, isn't that an abuse of power? What we forget about, all those people, and you mentioned this, the people who come here legally and lawfully who aren't willing to break our laws on the first step that they take into this country, I feel a higher moral obligation to those people than people that break the law.
As well as the families that have been permanently separated thanks to criminal illegal aliens that are roaming our country, a country that they have invaded. I would also say this about Senator Van Hollen. I'm sure he's already checking Expedia for his trip to Uganda to go bring Kilmar Abrego Garcia back. But this is really the end of the road. And these Democrats who continue to argue that it's unfair or inhumane he goes to Uganda because they're going back to their original argument of due process. They don't have that argument anymore. They can't make it. OK, he can't go to El Salvador, apparently. So now there's other countries on the list. He had a possible opportunity to go to Costa Rica. He didn't want to take the plea deal that was associated with that. So now he's potentially going to go to Uganda. I would also point out they say it's not fair because he doesn't speak the language. Well, the language in Uganda that they speak for legal matters, education and government is, in fact, English. He doesn't seem to speak that while he's here. So maybe he'll get to learning.
Yeah, good point, Tomi. Tomi Lahren, she's the best. Thank you for joining us.